new interactions with people, not relationships. Not saying I don't learn anything from relationships. I'm saying that those two, again, I've had about maybe 2 relationships for the last 6 years, like 2 serious relationships, 6 years that lasted that long. I don't think they made me who I am.
Yeah, but guess what? How many 20-year-olds haven't had any of those relationships and don't know what you're talking about and don't know what you've been through? How many 20-year-olds have never?
Shout out to
How
them,
many?
though,
How
'cause
many
they
20?
shouldn't be in
How
that
many?
long commitment.
How many 20-year-olds have never taken a girl on a date? How many 20-year-olds never know how to treat a
This
girl?
is a
How
hot
many
take.
20-year-olds have never been through the things that you've been through?
I mean, my last
Talking to the mic though. Can't hear you.
My last relationship was like 2.5 years, 3 years.
Right. And then you haven't been in a relationship since.
Yeah.
And that took away 2.5 years of his life.
No, it didn't.
I'm like, all right, this is the hot take.
Depressing,
Everybody that's watching this will be the hot take. You crucify me all you want. We can talk about it more. Long ass relationships at a young age don't mean shit. And
Yes, they do. They teach you things that you wouldn't learn if you were not in that relationship. Every situation that you're in will teach you something. You have to find whatever it teaches you.
I shouldn't be in a relationship all high school.
So I have a question though. So let's say you're dating somebody.
You're Sabrina, just talking to the mic a little bit more. 'Cause I don't know if we can hear you.
All right. Let's say you're dating for somebody.
Yeah.
About 2 years.
Okay.
And then stuff happens. You go on a break, and
at that point, it's over. In my opinion, it's over.
And then we can come back to that.
Okay. Shout out to Rachel and Ross from Friends. A break means it's over. A break means it's over. Go ahead.
Okay. So after the break, you get back together. People consider that the time that they were on a break, that it counts to the relationship. So, oh yeah, we've been together for like 3 years now, but you were on a break at one point. So how long were you really together?
No, and I agree with that because I remember when, again, I was in my heydays, a young freaking moron, and I've been with a girl for about 3 years from the time that I was about 7th grade.
Same.
I was about, but I say about 1.5. I'll say 1.5 to 2 of those years where we were actually together, and then the next year it was like on and off, on and off. And I count like we agreed that we've been together for like 3 years. Again, hot take. This isn't what we should be doing at that age. We shouldn't be together for 3 years. In all honesty, not saying we should just break up for the hell of it, but damn, that's taking away my life.
Yeah, but.
Like let's talk about it. We can end this with this conversation.
I don't like that. I disagree with that mindset because, like I said, because if you never been in that relationship, you would not be who you are today. 100% facts. Because you never know. Let's say one day you went on a date with your girl. Meanwhile, your boys went out and did something, and then they got caught, and then they went through something, and then they're somewhere else today. But that day, that specific day, you were out with your girl, and your girl.
I think even if I wasn't with my girl, I'm not doing something stupid like that.
Bro,
it's just how I was brought up,
bro. But it doesn't matter. That's just one example, though.
I know. I get what you're trying to say, but I'm saying even if I wasn't in a relationship and my boys decided, yo, let's go do something stupid, I'm not doing it and all that. It is what it is. Same reason why I haven't smoked. Same reason why I haven't smoked weed for my whole life.
Same.
So,
but I think you're trying to say like you learn something in each relationship and it may change.
And not experience. Any experience doesn't have to be a relationship.
And I'm saying, all right, so that's different, but we're talking about, like, relationships. Like, I'm saying, all right, possibly you do learn something. That's cool, whatever. I'm saying dating somebody for 3 to 4 years while you're in middle school to high school is a waste of time.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
You could say whatever you
believe. And if you're doing that in college, too, God bless you. So I hope you get married. If you don't, you just wasted your college years. Just saying.
Okay, you could say what you believe, but I don't agree with you saying
I don't expect you to.
That you wasted years, though. Because that's like... That's such a negative annotation on something that was a big part of your life.
So let's take.
If you loved the girl at one point.
Again, we're using love very loosely, in my opinion. It's to each its own. Yeah. Love, because again, we can talk about it. I will be on this show every fucking week if you love the disagreements. But again, love loosely used. I don't think you fell in love with somebody. If you're loving the next person. Quote unquote. I don't think you was ever in love if you was falling in love. And again, if you go out there 3 years from my people in my college, like I'll take myself for an example. I think I entered high school in a year-long relationship. I missed every high school party until I was about a junior because I figured, I'm in a relationship, why go out? And of course, dealing with somebody that didn't want me going out. You're gonna have one of those. I mean, I don't want to say everybody's had one of those, but some people might out there have somebody that kind of controlled them like that, and you was like, fuck it, I'm in love. There we go, that word again. And I missed out. I missed out on a lot. So maybe I did learn something from that relationship. But I could have. Nah. All
right, you know what you learned?
But I could have learned a lot more from being outside.
You know what you learned? You know what you learned?
Give him some
to not be in a relationship.
Yes.
You learned.
No,
you
I'm
learned
saying,
something.
look, relationships are great. Relationships are great. They're all cool. They're all good in the hood. Again, 2 years, and I'm in like high school and shit. If we're not getting married, 2 years shouldn't have happened. I'm sorry. To anybody that sees this and I've been in a relationship for mad long,
I'll say
I'm
this.
Sorry.
I disagree.
Because once we're over and we're good to move on to other people, what the fuck did I do for the last 2 years? Thank you. Hot take. Just wasted 2 years.
Yo, y'all are crazy.
Right? Doing nothing.
So Nick, your opinion?
My opinion is, you didn't waste that amount of I get your point. You did waste that certain amount of years. In my case, I wasted 2.5, 3 years.
2.5, 3 years.
I do also get Anthony's point where you do
100%.
gain experience from that, because I did learn a lot about myself and what I look for in a woman now. I didn't learn life experience. I learned relationship experience.
But I feel like I could learn a lot from women by trying to tune in. Like that shit. Like if I'm trying to slide in your DMs or whatever, I can learn a lot from the conversations we have if we have a conversation.
You cannot learn a lot about a girl over a text message.
So then how do you learn to actually like feel like
Have you? Let me ask you a question.
That's the person you want to start a relationship
Have you ever had
with?
feelings with a girl over a text message? Have you ever had feelings over a girl over a text message?
I mean,
you have to see them in person. You have to feel them. You have to be with them. Everybody's different. I'm saying for me though.
I can't physically talk to that. I can't physically talk to that person every day. Like I can't face to face talk to that person every day. So of course, if we're talking and then like you show your affection through text message, yes, it'll carry over.
Yeah,
feel me?
What if you slide in a DM and like she's
I'm saying like
time zone away and you?
No, that's different. I'm not sliding no DM if you're like in California. Like you can kiss the tip and that's it. But again,
people do that though.
Y'all like.
Well then them niggas they sick.
I'll say this. I've been in I'm 20 years old. For 5 years of my 20 years, I've been in relationships, and I'll say this. I don't regret it at all. I think I learned a lot from it, and I appreciate being in those relationships with those girls.
Again, I'm not saying I regret it. I might be contradicting myself. The beers are hitting. The beers are hitting. The beers are hitting. But again, it's.
I regret everything.
Look. No.
5 years.
No. I don't. Regret it. I'm not gonna say I regret it because, like, again, things. Look, things were great. Things were all good, but I feel like the same moments we had are all good in the hood for about a year. Like, if we go past a year and we go into 2, we go into 3, we go into 4. I know people that have been in 4-year relationships and we break up and we go our separate ways and there goes our life. There goes 4 years of your life. Not saying you should regret it. I'm just saying you should rethink it. Like, at a young age, I don't think 4-year long relationship